Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of the Gambia, Honorable C.D.S.K. Njai, has told the 145th ICP General Assembly in Kigali, Rwanda, that the government of the Gambia is a staunch advocate and champion of gender equality and women empowerment. He also reminded the General Assembly that the Gambia has ratified and domesticated most regional and international conventions relating to women. The Gambia has also passed into law a Women's Act in 2010 and its amendment in 2015, the Domestic Violence Act 2013 and the Sexual Offences Act 2013. Mahfouz G. Sise tells us more in this report.
According to the Deputy Speaker Njai, the key obstacles hindering gender equality are more of culture and religion, saying it is high time to break these barriers and elect women into leadership and decision-making positions. Njai said the General Assembly is envisaged to provide an excellent opportunity for the community of National Parliament to come together to strengthen parliamentary efforts to drive change and address global issues by reaching agreements and consensus on legal frameworks, policies, and actions encompassing the theme of this year's General Assembly. He revealed that the Gambia has come up with a new National Gender Policy 2023-2033, which is being formulated to succeed the 2010-2020 Policy on Gender and Women Empowerment by the government through the Ministry of Gender in consultation with relevant stakeholders, which aims at ensuring inclusion of women and demystifying the negative perception against them. He said the government of the Gambia has for the first time established a Directorate of Gender Equality and Women Empowerment under the newly established Ministry of Gender as an additional testimony of its commitment to gender mainstreaming. According to Njai, the Gambia Parliament had recently reviewed and validated the Directorate of Gender Equality and Women Empowerment final report on the list of issues and questions in relation to the 6th periodic report of the Gambia to the Committee on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW. He reiterated that a new National Gender Mainstreaming Strategy bill has been formulated and will be tabled before the National Assembly for enactment. With this, the Ministry of Gender will work with all sectors to mainstream gender in national policies and programs with the overall objective of ensuring gender programming and budgeting. The National Assembly of the Gambia has recently passed into law the National Women Enterprise Fund Act as part of the efforts to promote the equal opportunity agenda of women, and its long-term objective will be to establish Women's Bank to provide women entrepreneurs and organizations access fund to establish and expand their business. Deputy Speaker Njai is quick to add that despite these advances, there is still room for improvement, more specifically on the participation and representation of women in governance, adding that his government will continue to champion gender and women empowerment at the level of Parliament. Honorable Njai urged the IPCU, being the sole global parliamentary body, to provide the necessary tools to support parliaments in assessing and monitoring gender sensitivity in terms of their organization and working procedures. He also encouraged the members of parliaments of the IPCU to make the most of the 145th Assembly by joining voices and efforts to make significant global impacts in the promotion of peace, gender equality, and sustainable development for the benefit of the citizenry. Deputy Speaker Njai reiterates that implementing that change will involve looking at the institution itself with a critical eye, acknowledging unseen barriers that deter the presence of women, limit their participation, and or hinder progress towards gender equality, and then taking strong action to address them. The issues of gender equality and gender-sensitive parliaments as drivers of change for a more resilient and peaceful world has to be a simmering topic of discussion in recent years by all actors in the democratic decision-making process. It is coming at a time when the world is grappling with protracted political upheavals and insecurity as a result of prevalent policies of intolerance and discrimination across the globe. It is therefore very topical and could not be more relevant. While acknowledging that gender-sensitive parliament is in effect a recipe for gender equality, it is essentially in the best interest of a genuine and inclusive democracy. Over the years, the responsibility of advocating gender equality rested entirely on few women and organizations. However, It is encouraging that the responsibility has now been shifted to parliaments as institutions representing the diverse interests of all its citizens. Mafuji Sise, Eyeafrica News.